Framo ato abusa framo munyina aha UTV so enie omayimu ene amahodro so nsam ayensa ka ne aboabo no eno na edu so ayede ebremo efri abeka junction ewo enkrakopon mu this way chocolate drink also do here ene enso special ice enunsu ensuo emu ode enemu eye krojin ena afi special drinks enunso emu guahododo pebia no wombenya bi ede amount sa enyumakwe ene afoforo enkaye na akabom aso yasene ayede pram to rekase boy ebremo na ye kam se DSTV channel 360 kase boy ye twa eguso na de ebedi mu akotin bi enie oswafo hwe nwumasua so de atodwa sa ban hu hia se wo see administration blocks Edema Bedu Secondary Technical High School and Afenso Nkoko State High School and schools ahodoa ekeka ho. Adishia wonum ewo engransa North Mensimu no wonum abonana adankwa ekufo ado abasuye pase eja wotumi ahyase a woyi wo makwan ahodoa atum ede ama wo mo. Wo masene se ni die mada wonhwe na onyanwie entine nsa emfiri eho. Ama ahodoa so ensem emu no wo Nigeria anafo FM no emimfo tutwafo koibi aka wonum ho amekwawi ase wonum akoto ahye Roman asafo bi so akum asafo man dodo no a abusafo wei ene ensembia ebi eka ona editie na edihwe ene aso no so kojia yede ebramo ewo UTV so ewo enkran abeka junction Midday ede Afia Adutwumwaa Morosa me ena pram to rekase bono Midday ebramo afi emu ensam enie Oswafo hwe enwumasua ensam so a wone Dr. Yaw Osei Adutwum akasa ede atodwa se Ghana ban ahuhie hia se otumi esi administration blocks ede ma Bedu Secondary Technical Senior High School Nkoko State Senior High School and afi Menyi Agriculture Senior High School na sansem wo nyina betodwa ewo mrashibedwafe abra ononyamfo Adama Sulemana a oye mrashibedwani ewo tan baton pesua so na opeso hu hihye yakodoa aban aye efa administration blocks a ewo so osisi edema entoto schools ahodoa ho na sansem wo okobusa ononyamfo eye Osei Adutwum onu su chechiremu editudwase.
Mr. Speaker, the schools indicated, that is Bedu Secondary Technical High School, Nsoko State Senior High School, and many agricultural senior high school will be programmed to have new administration blocks subject to availability of funds. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
School near N9, government schools are on near 9. Bakope no administration block, AM Kramai Senior High. But over Bedu State, Badu Senior High School, Nsoko State Senior High, and Menji Senior High. Emu be any whole administration block. In fact, students say, Badu Senior High, no, 1,300. Nsoko State, 942. Menji, almost 700. So in these three schools, administration block anyhow. So imagine, you be sentina, you hear him school say the letters upon letters about ministry. Tina me hear minister, I and say, and ka my assurance and Afia e media and our budget year 2023 the aye baby aban ebe so school me sanum that minister so my kan omo de betu program no so se sika ba sika so de ye nyina nim se sika ho eden se ne ono aka se aban ni sika yi nti na ya de eden because na ma adwe ne se with e-levy ya passi ene ehon kikawa de ene get fund sika ye ka ho asem se da bia sika ko get fund adwene se nka ban ebetimi amayen direct answer se bia nka 2023 ye no muso otwen ope se de o se omunya sika nti obi nso ka se menya sika de a na che se osu ni boto no wahu da ban benya sika nti egusu atwen mu aye twen infrastructure na egu ho no metimi aka se 95% of schools mi ansa mo boss 95% of the infrastructure no ANDC hwe se me do ko Badu Senior High boys dormitory girls dormitory ultramodern dining hall akese miensa NDC ena AC asiho okon Nsoko State Senior High all the 8 semi detached blocks ADB cry administration block no NDC abana si that the classroom blocks abrosan NDC na si me be DC you know is last one you see answer na me free so no girls dormitory ACC boys dormitory ni ho enti all near ade a MPP aban by why library I was here since Nsoko State Senior High. Oko menjen so a almost all the infrastructure is here no. With the exception of now no see 6 new classroom block no. Enti this abana all the big infrastructures are school me and say na nka ya adwene ne say nka ye ni ho ye mo take over yi na nka ye mra na nka administration block no so omo asi anso ye no mu so twen opɛ sɛ omo ansi a na 2024 duru na to aba no inshallah president Mahama be president administration block ne be si ama schools me nsan we nyina.
University of Environment and Sustainable Development eyesuapon bi a eba ehwehwemu ewo niema hodoma a wo mo abeniye pa na no na ode atosuapon panyufo ne emu asuafo nyanim se ne die mada botae kase eda komaso namsoma aban eti se asuapon no eni kwanse wonom ema wo mrefi na eye climate change anampo ensakraya aba ewiem enam so edisusanso boni pi eba adasanso no wo momodin ase Ghana ha so betumi aye hwehwemu ede afa ho na wape ne pomasibre eno achi ne ba ehwehwemu afa obo ade bopre ne ma atwe ho ahia eni kuaye nso ho a omomodin na oma onan ema wonto ewo ho.
Wajumadi na siya no ena Vice Chancellor wano ena University of Environment and Sustainable Development wadano Professor Eric Nyako Samson kasa wasi nika seyimo no ena oditu jase siapona ni swadi hunu pipo ena so behwe hunu se mantamu ahunu die mapa befa ne ntuma edi efira honom enyuma so ebekoso na afensi kuayo ebefa ne ntuma edi efira no watumi adosuko ewo wiemu bobre ho sabotai ayade obehwe hunu se school no enyira famfiri ho na oba beda school na no so no obehwe hunu se bambo mapa ebefa ne ntuma edi efira na nipa bonfosem eso ebetumi ate ewusuapon no mu na nekwakura mu no de to abanyanim senke beya aban embre won hyen bebre se na be na dada kunya badie no school ntotoye no ebetumi akọ wano edi ama won.
Moving forward, there is a phase 2. There's a phase 2 we'll build new lecture hall, we'll build new laboratory, we'll build recreational facility or a complex, we can call it recreational complex in a 2 kilometers asphalt road for the university. There are 3 projects, 1 auditorium, a bigger auditorium, 1 administration, and 1 ICT lab, as well as a lecture hall for the university. So we hope that this can expand the universities. But moving forward, we introduce 3 other academic programs. Can BSc Sustainable Architecture, BSc Construction Management, BSc Urban Design. Onusun Obama yakwenyim ya contribute to the skills training of the young people.
Na no achire no also afa be de achira won no na so ye hwe disu ahonsem so da no urumnyafo John Ntim Fojo enso kasaye edi tusuapon penfo nyina anim se school ni botae people nti ama wote ye no onyere famfiri ho ni titiriu ene so obedo suko e wo wiemu bobre disua e ho.
By the collective efforts of the chairman of council, the vice chancellor, management, and of course with the strong support from traditional leaders, have started out on a very strong footing and rising very fast to become a force to reckon with and fast becoming a center of excellence and a go-to place so long as the matters of environment, agriculture, agribusiness, and sustainable development are concerned. And as we commend the collective efforts, we are also reminded that there are many challenges that face us as a group, and for which the original mandate of this university is imperative to be stayed on and not to be veered from.
Sayeko MPP amanyokoni mu a empanyufo a wonom April General Secretary Dibrene emu baako ayo ononyamfo Musa Superior na opanyi akasa ede atodwa se breaking the 8 agenda MPP for the ato omano a womoka but any nyina ne se wonom betena mampanyi adwa no so abru emfie enwotwe no e wo se omutumi research enhwehwemu ede fa ho wo de sansem wetu dwabra wo ne party for and na delegate for no wo mu ehia ye e wo mpesua ahodo no so e wo mantam ni mu na afi so sam trofon so na ni so General Secretary Dibreno
Are we really ready to break the 8? More round, more constituencies hall. Have you seen what is going on underground? The level of despondency and apathy. I mean, this is the reason why mobilizing Ghanaian MPP people around the country to provide the spirit, traveling over 100 constituencies to find out whether Sab 8 may break it. So all these slogans, it doesn't show say we are really serious people. Say we should find out, there should be a fact-finding committee, go around the country and see the level of bitterness in the MPP people before you talk about breaking the 8. So breaking the 8 there, yes, you better not breaking 8 because on the record of the MPP performance, we are always better than the NDC. So with Akufo-Addo's government record, we are far ahead. We are 50% ahead of the NDC. But the party, is it ready to mobilize the rest of the Ghanaian people so that we can achieve the other 50% to break the 8? That is why I want to be General Secretary. Maybe correcting the contradiction between a party and government. A government cannot be doing so excellently well, and then the party is in the ground. And to me, so maybe as General Secretary, I'm leading an effort so that I bet my constituency by constituency and re-recruit the party people who have abandoned the party and have left the party. We've got to get them back. General Secretary, we are the most functional officer of the party, a full-time employee of the party. You get paid, you get allowance, you get accommodation, you get a car, and therefore, I say, Umrajuma, so that party for no omu they will come around and find you. That's number one. Number two, run party now from bottom to top. They be Accra. I say, making sure to decentralize the party very effectively, so that the operations of the party will be felt at the bottom. And that is why number 3, Ebe announced an activity plan. And for the first time in the history of this party, Ebe announced a formal activity plan. Now, our activity plan no be indicate at least once every 2 months. General Secretary no be deploy other officers of the party into the countryside in the 16 regions, so that, for example, we can say national organizer, you are for Central Region. Women's organizer, you are for Western Region. Youth organizer, you are for Eastern Region. Deputy Nasara coordinator, you are for Northern Region. So every 2 months, they deploy to go and spend at least 5 days in every region. Now, region no be decided how ombe you sue in the various constituencies. Yes or no, it means that we are now concentrating at the bottom. So that every national officer will come and see the challenges are our constituency.
Yanko Dovsufo Asuye na ASP Unit Commander ewo Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit eye Mami Mavis Ejay. Wakasa edi asu Ghana fo nyanim so obia mo ase de beya arukasam ne anyambransam na afenso bonefosema ekoso afiefie mu no yebetumi etu ase.
Dovsuni a Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit. Na akoye say no cases efa enkwara omoye omobasabasa yakayaka dia awufo bi ene co-tenant ne nkrofo bi eyankwara no enu nti na Dovsu ade ato ya ho so se yebeko schools na ye ne omakokasa amase empo no bibi a ekoso omabrabom na se omuntimi nka no na omohu either some catch omu teachers and now some catch on my wofo ebi o ha cases ni bi o ho a emofra ni bi o ho a emema and as a man panifo bi etimi sese hom obo papa pani no afre abofra bra besin koto ade ma me na one na akoda owi anu aboni hu sa wo kan mekum ana say wo kan ade we beyew nti aya no omusuro nti omonka tebu abeno no phone ansa na ni parent be hu no na agensem ebia yare aboni bi wo nipa no ho anachese aye no ana say ansa na obehu na adidi akona se na ase na wo de enu nti no Dovsu e de atu ya ho so say ebeko schools ni ani omo akwa say ya kire omo eni ma ekoso a ebetimi ase omo daachi ebetimi ebia ma omu ntimi ho na bi ho kra mamu ani bi ho a emema mpanifo ni bitimi from ebia besen koto we mame na oma form sebe omo achi ni nyina ya de e ha mofra no so omu ntimi nka nti ya pese omu hu se police service no Dovsu unit na ewo mu no we are there for them ebinu won so awarefo bi wo ho a bo ntokwa na nse ya na ete se Nigeria gospel artists bi anikunu ebo na ma to the sense ayo owu amano no yakwa aye ni omo kasa teachers ni bi oho ana se mofra ni bi okra omo tia no mu se bia bibisa ekoso omawofo entam a na kyese kakra no onim no waka kyerɛ na wa direct ama abaye ho nti o se be sensitize public no schools no ye fia be kwa market ye ne omo be kasa kaya yes for no ye ne omo nyina be kasa ama omo hu asudi a ewo ho ma
Abusafo yɛkɔ ahoma no so na yɛne yɛ nsɛm twerɛni Alhassan Abdul Rashid atwetwe nkɔmmɔ kakra na ne nyinaa ne sɛ wɔne a ɛtɔn nantwie mehyɛ adwadifo a wɔn tɔn nantwie ɛwɔ Tamale market mu wɔ Tifi mantam mu no wɔn de ato dwa sɛ wɔn hia apolisifoɔ ɛbambɔ ɛno nti yɛkɔ ahoma no so na yɛne yɛ nsɛm twerɛni Abdul Rashid atwetwe nkɔmmɔ ɛmfa Rashid sɛ ɔte nka ama hɛn
mejo so ɔba na ntisɛn
bɔkɔɔ na wo so
Bibia boko.
Manenkwe.
Yo se ohwe nintwi a nintwi ye business bia ekoso pa e wo northern region na ohwe statistics it shows nintwi a omdi imported from outside Ghana sikadodo a e wo mu no e dɔɔso pa enu nti na nintwi market a e wo Tamale area bia ye frɛ no Guna Yile omo chere sika dodo a eba Guna Yile market omo trading in cattle and omo ton nentwie obi omo ton na omo ton ni nyina sika dodo no doso but the omo pan security omo say because of security any Guna Yile cattle market nti na armed robbers takomo market onomo for musika. Now, at the time of this report, many be ethique and common. I'm sure me say, there's a week incident this year. Ma obi beton in India. Na all ye na say or corny fear. Honomo and nipa banafo ethique so eji no sika and the motor na. Na the homeowner say so free Tamale town. We have to say oko UDS honomo and Guna Yile market na quino. Apart from the Tamale Kumasi Road, no branch enya up to the baby Guna Yile market no honey rough road and street light any quino so could do baby Guna Yile market no so many alaja last and education common or shall me say Sikadodo eba market tonomo a door spa say security bebomo now omo sure letter Tamale Municipal Assembly say among Emma security Ember area honomo. Now after the time armed robbery incident this year mobile money agent BC that 5,000 no. The security bar area honomo and market honomo for 2 weeks. Apart and later security withdraw it. On one sure letter Akoma Tamale Metro Assembly say Oma security Ember Guna Yile market honomo. So that Nkofo to the state or stress Nkofo Kumasi and Mia Ebeto and Nche market honomo. But because our security ain't need a honomo, the actual time so almost sure say almost bar and Nkofo baby and Robert baby. Now the Aka Hon say community honomo one source of drinking water and baby a market no honomo. Nsuo bia anyo na sawhwe nkrofo na nintwe ombenum nsuo nti edu tambia eya omkobu nsuo ewo Guna Yile dam honoma na citizens no catch omo say omo ya asa asai omo nsuo ana ompese omo nsuo ne ensan tamenti omo kwan ma omo nsan nsuo ne bi menti ono omo stress say the relevant authorities ebeyi nsuo source of drinking water ede emomo na market honomo so Tamale Metro Assembly baby say omoja omonan jinaye bia bi ewo honomo but omo wie 3-seater capacity but currently as ye can say omo tumu although omo complete omo ye baby fine but omo tumu omo amba launch ebe say nkofo no betime use nti no say asema omo business cattle market because omo ODF open defecation and free range no how eba community nti any issues are every Guna Yile market cattle market Tamale nti the main issues is security ombehia insio ombehia ena de etoso ena eye ana emensa light ni source of light no na say light nka light wo hono ma nkofo bone ana nipa bone anka ombeto ashom so nka ombedwen ho asana omayo mo operation
Mo ene wa manibo ebusuafo yensem choni Alhassan Abdul Rashid amanibo ena wode akogoniye to akase bono eso Rich Junction bonu bia eno ewo Medina ewo enkra kropon mu enra anopa yante asemde ni nyina ne se da sorry ye no yesi ejabia no eden atoho no ma chese ase niema ye pa amanibo no kosu echiremu a bese nondu abapon sima aduonu ba ko 1021 ena eja no eto ho no ma dum janyuma efo a wonom ewo Legon Medina headquarters ablempe any trade fair fire stations na cheso mujira mo na so bese dongure ba ko ani sima eduna 1 hour 14 minutes eno mutumi edi dum sa eja no asidan ka nyame se obi ani ho no ma wo fa mu ehwe no nkwa na mpanyifo chesa depot nam so ma eja no eto ho no no beti sa ba manu kasai wonum entumi enya huye na wo kira wooden structures and metal containers makuma bese wo ha 100 ena eja no esai no Asye ehwe ensase ene emuni paso ede adesrade eto Ghana fo nyina nim se ni die mada se ewiem asakra ebra eni kwanse ensuo to sabe no ensuo to ebra eni kwanse awia bobere na awia ebo eniema ehu bebre ene esisi wo sabre mu enu ntini wasra Ghana fo se ni die mada enua ye dua ewo memu tree planting no obia enhwe emfa ne ho enji
Ghana ban afa so ye hwe asase ene obade ni patwe ho ahia so de to Ghana fo nyina nim se aye ho bobo so me ne de to sudu me kire 10th June Ghana ni babia wo bia wo man mu no boane yendua efamfa o man afa na babia yentwia so ene afi ya hye so din da so ene national tree planting exercise na sa dwumadie yinti ene ko bi edi da won so ene climate change advocate obode wuro afa wiem bobre ho odi dwumadie bi asese so won kan na sa dwumadie yi na edin da so ene climate benefit ball in Accra wo dwumadie na se no ene opinyina wo no ene freedom de masa koi na ya wo sedda kwa ekasa wase ene odi to Ghana fo nyina anim se na nkamre bi atwamu no so obi bo Ghana dia no onim se wo sika kokko ye wo kwaye ene afi yamamre efe na so kamia kwa se kwaye na ne ye wo ne sisi ya hwere yi ni sai so ntino Ghana fo nyina amboa na 10th June ampinfo yesi ho se fa ndua enfo ma Ghana fa na babia no obi bia mfa ne ho ngye madwumadie no enwiemude
Ghana ni babia enfen hyedichim se ennua eya ade a ewo se ye bɔ ho ban ewo se ye hu dua te se yen aye ho because edua bia ni ha eneme no yentumi ntina ha enti de ye ka ne tietia no ne tintinya ne se ye modua ho ban ye nnua enye se ye bedua ne keke ye dua nso a ye nhwɛ se edua na ye dua no ye begugu sunsuo na enyi etumi aye de wo se eye man
na ne kwakra mu no ena kwankyerefo penyina wo no ena National Lottery Authority odano sami ewuku enso kasa no ochirimu a ekamia kwesi ne pe dwumadi ahodo mu ntino ama wiem bobere nso asesa wa bre wo se nsuo to no nsuo nto wa bre wo se awia bo no soso no awia mbonyi nyina asesa nya ade eboa bibia fa wiem bobere ho ampinfo ye ne se obeye na aboa ma Ghana wiem bobere atumi asesa ne wo sese no obeta akiri na wabo akonese nyina so
first no yes June July and nsuo to and nsuo to from 25th December aye opebrim e de ekokusi the next 25th December nti enema na ye di nkomo no yade a esie na de ya adwen ene ye koma etachi enele so no ye will be a friend good courses na ya de boa wo mo a sebe o makọ ma ho hiahia mu wo mo a breacher bomb ene ehiafo ne awisia na ya adwen se yeso kakra de beta ise adwumadie we achi ekoyanim ye ni atimi aboa adua nnua bebre no eyade a yebedi ho dwuma.
So if you look at the SDGs, the 13th is the climate action, and this is one of our strategic initiatives. We are doing this to ensure that we minimize the negative impact of the climate on the environment and businesses at large. So if you notice, Republic Bank adopted the African Union Square to beautify the place and then to green the place. Because of our commitment, everywhere we serve and operate, we make sure that the people will benefit from our operation. And as part of a group which is the Republic Financial Holding, which has voted over $200 million just for the climate action. So as a subsidiary of this group, we are deeply involved in this tree planting just to ensure that the negative impact of the climate action will not affect the environment and then also business at large.
For your Kwahumano Suniani Semchoni Ibrahim Daizi Abo and Komo Kakra. Nani Nani say, Yatu and some truffle a gumanta mantama who do say, and ne, Womonqua pro, ewo, a ja, who do markets, who do no more has a beer added an oquemon, and Nintino, yes, Semchoni Ibrahim Daizi, a woman can see market or Bahumano so. Daizi my high. Na Boko dear.
Maybe I tell you,
Mancasi markets, then Ecoso.
Yo, tell what so far, guys, UTV as a phone, another pay any people, our main market. Now, you're for ATCS. You could do now, as I say, you man, it's come on mobile better. Alpacaton and almost what? Modification crash, air back, our better, so it's in Comoni because you see, I have seen some of the I have been no more possible at the same and quick. But I'm one for a kind of Tom Montana, and Papa, and I'm taking piano. I get petrol, I get dinner, and a lot of work possibility. So, quick crash, top body, I said, they did not out the bar. We dream at 15 cities, and money, you think I was at 20 to 25 cities. So, top body, I said 20 cities, I think about 25 cities. With the Ama at the tone, I could say, Ama, I had the amount of the a man being so extra, so Obi Baba talk educate me and I say, okay, 50%, 50%, which me any Omo, something and I said, Omo be at all. Sounds like it once, which me any seminar also could see Noma and then enterprise me. Seminar na can yet on 1 city and they are 3 cities. I would jump. So now, Omo and they are 50%. We know that there will be 2 cities, any 3 cities. And then see, I'm not Omo who takes another charge, no more so another also used to know. Ama at type of form and this one I tell power say yeah, and young to make it well. It moves to say, answer over to Nabu body after I will take you. So one corner would you keep up tight at 10 cities are won't do more body after 8 money. And if you go to the officer who was I was so trouble and 5 cities, and the body of 5 and say what's number of people actually at the move. I mean, I'm not to say I won't take a community papa, almost I won't mean that. So almost Kako someone better. Atofone ma ono so okwa ja akofo ne man sha ba no gwa akosoro so okwankan akofo ne ma dia ba be ku school mu a bua ka abegye no asida baba no na de pe aje wo so tun 2 cities ya wo so tun to ade me say 304 cities enu na ma disi ano enu ne bua ya ge baba ncho wo frega na ban say sanke be ya onhwe ne petrol bon emra from the petrol ebon ebetoma na ma lo so na akosoro no etwa fanem so ama etumi ama de fon amofo no anse ni ma bodo we dwom no so etumi abofo e say o the okofa de car le papa ya ono so beto dia konso ono so de car na de ko nti amade bia no ni ma na board e costo na ye bi so mo so ebo e wo dwom so bi say nti ano emo ebo no etifen ende unkita 45 visa unya emo one tap encho so go pe eya star express ni so a kana me ye to be 28 cities 35 cities, 40 cities, and then if I'm 70 Ghana, 80 Ghana, if you 120, kita 2.5, me and Tomo, our magazine, Jomo, and that's a 300 Ghana, and 1 bag, and it's a 2 and it's a winner, the producers of Ghana Manpuni, and not a drunk of Prado, in your book, no name the finish for ethnic Muslims, and you share a private Nafaso, and the picture of one never from. It's a picture of from a say, and no call it Nabwa. And the name of one it's never come.
Okay, Ibrahim.
Say, and a man is a financial, not put to one number for a pet to one of a member and your map for your cosmos, et me other from.
Mo and wa money, but we shall for some Johnny Ibrahim dies a money bo. eno de akogo no kasa every mankasim market edwano emu yeto akase bono eso nyame yadum efia de be eye june de toso edu omai atu esi wo se ye di dua enua tree planting ewo omemu na no na commission hwekwa ebrentu so ewo dunkwanofe central region wo mu de atodwa se omo aye krado ama tree planting day no
Afrasei ena Ghana mampanyine Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ene wonumunyamfo Samuel Abujinapo a ono ye Minister for Lands and Natural Resources ena mpanyinfo bi ekaboma omo ye adwumadie bi omo tunu din Green Ghana Project na ne nyina na se bedua enua ewo manmu ne nyina ye kwan a ye fa so a yetimi de bebo oboade ebobrewo eno ena obepie mu ewo dinkwa on ofin eno ewo mfimfi mantema Green Ghana Project no Forestry Commission adwuma ku a ewo ho no bomo ekire se oma ye krado pa se na otwe ebesimu ye 10th of June ena ne etoso mienu no ebeba so oma ye nhyehyɛ ye nyina awie a womo ehwɛ se amanfo ebeka bom na ometime dua nua be ye 300,000 sa 10th June no youth even some trefo akopie ho a owura Christian Diodu ono ena ye assistant manager edema Forestry Commission okiremu a sa nhyehyɛ ye Green Ghana Project Ghana mampanyine edeba afrase anase opa ho ntuma afrase no eye nhyehyɛ pa ebetimi aboa na okyerɛ sɛ obepie mu ewo dinkwa no fi a mansini no ene nananom atrakonwa aka bom a wɔmbɛboa ama Green Ghana Project no ebetimi aye kama.
Last year my target of 50,000 but ye wie bibia no ne adua 127,000 which of course ye BT your target. In fact, ye try say ye be bring all the assembly members on board and traditional authorities publicly. In fact, ye educate you more your education no conform kama. Within last month ye assessment you will say you achieve 80% of your trees being successful. Ama ye try say this year ye be working hard near project Green Ghana to the public. Said this year no you be to me a year more. But this year we've been given a target of 200,000. Yeah, try say you be at the end of the day now yeah to me even beyond your target to be 300,000 krana. I think it will be fine. This time round, yes, at the students, basic schools more. Now inculcated the habit of tree planting in them. But so doing check it to any school to their population until like I know not say you go so just to raise this year's and so your achievement say nipa no be kuaba bebre ababe so dwumadi no na that very day na the clamas occasion there nipa no be obi abejado bia at least in the morning session na ye dey aye adwuma no at least after be 12:01 obi abetun asako no nwuma so.
Awsanfo ye sane akọ ahoma no so ne ye nsɛmtwo ni famous abo enkomo se medikan abo amana dada sɛ ye nsɛmtwofo no wo mo wo market ahodoɔ no mu ɛkɔhwɛ sɛ niema tɔ adetɔ ne adeton ɛti sɛ ɛno nti ɛde mo ɛkɔ ashama market famous sortiment ka ma hen
Father me Joso
ashama market ti sɛ
anofa we ye kɔ ashama market.
Okay.
Bebre na complain say omunyama bo akoso omu to ade susu ka ho ye hwe maize no yellow one no olonka ye 14 cedis protocol no ye 600 ana say 650 ye hwe white one no maize olonka no ye 13 cedis protocol no ye 600 Extra koko nyensa omudi 200 nyensa 10 cedis kotokonu bi oho a 1000 cedis bi oho a 1001 inti cassava nyensa 10 cedis tomatoes katra bi like 4 or 5 na omudi gi 5 cedis any 10 cedis but unya rubber na ubenya ni 50 Ghana kotokonu almost here 600 cedis. Yam, almost the yam by no. Bebre say
bebre na say almost the free northern region so but according to them no almost ni boy for or but lorry fair and eku ha inti bebre na complaining about lorry fair shama market but almost try aban said some be bibia for lorry fair no be there.
Okay, famous. Enyambia bayire na asay no. Ni bo ne kosoro ama omanfo nto enu nti na agu ho asay na na asay dey.
Because omo akata si so omo di ba sika kakaka omo di tuso no. So omo eji free sukura pa omo be boka. Inti di omo say no omo be titi hu na omo ato no sa. Omu tira na omu sa banse omu fie na peto bono ekofoma omu aka bibia abaye oke ama
yo famous ubusa abayefo no wie no other items na omu eton no yeto anase adeto wo dwani mu no ekofom
adito na kasa ewo form because omu akasa omu nyama ni nya akosro nti bebre na akopleni se omu madi Tonu aba fompa. But if you are the other side, so market and market for no because so talk a this market not done it down. Into our house so almost assembly no any penny foreign say. That is no extra.
Okay.
Into omuyenu gata kesi mom to the sense that nsonu ba Abetimia contem.
Famous that's why. I was for years shoni famous amanebo eno de akogo no kasa e free ashaman market anampo ashaman edwakese no emu ye to akase bono eso nyame ya doma jun de to so edu medika ka se ebedua enua ewo memu enu nti no commission ehwe kwaye so ewo jase kan mensimu no omdo mashase amenu anketo na yedidua the friend say tree seedlings no omu echebi e de ama omanfo se de be dru hono a omu so betumi e de adua.
This year's program has been very enthusiastic. People are showing more interest in this year's program than even last year. But I wouldn't make a very fast comparison because last year's own was like the starting. And many people didn't know so much about it. The day 2 was fixed very shortly. And so we had a very short period to sensitize people about the Green Ghana. A lot of people have expressed interest. And we have built up a database of people who intended to benefit. So even before the 10th of June, we already got a lot of pressure from the interested individuals who need the seedlings to plant. And so we consulted with our bosses and they said we can go ahead and do the lifting. And as you can see, many of them are here already. We started distribution, full-scale distribution. Even before they came, we have the database. So as we supply them, we are taking it upon ourselves to follow up on their various sites. Even though they are off-reserve areas, we will take it upon ourselves to make follow-up, to go to ascertain that they are planted and that they are well maintained. We offer them the technical knowledge, the technical know-how on how to plant and how to maintain them. And we'll periodically do the monitoring to ensure that what they have collected are really planted and nurtured. So that is the strategy we have put in place.
The last 3 dies now. In the the last person also dies. Until you had a boy home. Apart from that, and so on, what do you know? Later on in the years to come, you be scout. They are young input to my episode. A baby abandoned so we say, Chadiana, a debacle outside. Now, Wakoto, in the idea.
It's a development. Emma, youth, young boys, you know, say na that you know, young baby bree. I tell you, say, yeah, my own see the emotion, na ye jumadi.
Say you call and Granza North Mensni Emua, Adishia Honomuno, woman near Papa. Nina say, Nana Danko Kufuado, or shall say, you are more quine, ama wonum. ne no ena omagina so abo aban abaso asasre ne se ni demu adekwan na wo ye no wo hwe no wanya nto ho anko momodin so betumi awie atene nsa firi ho ade ajapade ama wo no
kwan yi sikasabre nya ade aka betima ko ba bia Ghana bayire kokuma se ne nkra no dodo na firi yankransamana na wo ba nkransa no fo so aye kwan we edintintima pa edurumre bia de communal labor ana ye kwan yi udu ba bi kro mo frɛ no ayi what say overhead nanso na kufu ado adawroma o ma beboa ama ye kwan yi sabre yi ka timi di akoniaba ye da na se ne yesre ne se o momodna se obeboa na o ma be ye kwan ya wie pe ya ama ye isan se tazi efiri anu kono da bi kro nsuo to a be na ansa na ka timi akotachima yanso ye di tachima akoniaba ho na ye de no ba nyina ye kwan ne nkransa nti yesre se aban o moa na kwan omunye ni ye mayen
yesra ban se woni a we wotini eye hu adwuma die otia de ka contractor ba ko na wo ye maso kwan no so oni hu dwuma se ne be ya obeboa na wa ye kwan no eno so atom akosisika ni kini ama ekuyafo ayo ha so yakoma die no atimi aye kama
kwan start na ekowa kama yehu ya no se oma be krampa yifo se omoko na omo asanyamba ni nyina ne se o se omo raise omo certificate na omunye sika kakra na omoba omotimi de atoa kwan no so akọ eno na ama sisabre ya me no ka sei contractor for no eko emza omone aban won kita hudie kakra e wo sikasem ho na omugusun so a omamama nyante ye se nyame ya adoma bretie yai aban ashu commitment our release check e de ama omo se omo kesi meye nkransa nti kwan a ye dwumadi administrative wise no e de yekọ ye assembly na sande ya
hano Friday ye kumase ena na kasai ono po ne frame o sim equipment na o de shebi tumi no o ye contract bi wo takrade nti akaka kra bi na wawie na watime move sa equipment aba site matutu amawom na dwumadie na awie nkunimdie na mogidie se ebedru ebia 2 years by this time uba nkransa no for road networks in baby be fa bia be hu se nyina enya mutumi nko
Koforidua Central Market yensem shroni Ebenezer aye krado honum Ebenezer ma hen
yo mi je so minu ya bia
manenkoi
yo na wode wani kiremu wo Koforidua Central Market a agbedi ne de ekoso pa na niema nso bonso akosoro yiye a ebi aba form se kanyo nanka wode wani kiregu anu na se usi ukoto tomato ti anase ntorwa ne ade ya na bu tomato ti baako na ye sidi baako na ntorwa nso be abien bi na no so sidi baako ne ade na so prempren ya me ne wokan na wode wani kire ho a ebi tomato ti eye ne container no fa 13 tomato ti container kase kakra na ewu mu no ne ma eye 1 cedi na ntorwa no so prempren ya no so bebere saa 1 cedi na ade a ne bo da so wosoro kakra eye brode so wo hwe duru ni bi wo ho a ne bo ho 15 20 na afi sawo na onga tetewo no bia na onga che sawo na nche da ndo so wo so na onga chemu na bia fa ye 5 cedis na se 10 cedis saa na eno na ne bo wosoro na ade ba ko a wo de nipa ne kasa wo ka ho asem ne se wo se dia ma na nipa ni bi kraba eno na wo no wosoro yie pa na obu wo ha wakofa niema no beye ebi oboso mekura na eguso opu no mu wontoe anso oti se ona so niema so no ono so bekwa akoto na deso nso ya abeteta wa na ewo shop no mu dedaw na bio no afei obeton sa niema ni nyina na ebeta na obekọ na afei obekwa pohia ono nga de akoso na nkata no oba na waka abetu so bio ndi na tete ono na oton ade ne nkwan no wa atoso mprenu eno so ka ho de ahokyere ne papa iti eno na won warekati tankebe ya anka banginya nhihye bi ntuwo na won a wotonto ngade ne ade nyina na won atoto so de ne awope na ohye bia na won so no na wonfa ohye bi mbra na ebeboa won de ne be ya won so ya wo sika kwa akoto no obekogwa mu no na ahobuga wodi fifie kwa no wo sika be so pepepe na kwemu bono ohawa awowo ne se woni fire extinguisher ewo gwanum na say ne ye jata to gwemu ne ade no ye be ya anka wo mo de am pepe fancy mia bi ma wonga depo se ojato baby na se fire service fo mbedu ho ya wonga nkata wo betumi afa e de abru jana tin ansa fire service fo aba beduo enti bi nua na amane kakra efi Koforidua Central Hospital na media square
mo ene wa mane babu sanfo ye nsem troni Ebeneza aye amane bo eno de akogo no na ye gina eno so na pram tubeka se bo e wo UTV so e wo enkran abeka junction ya home so abasesia